So we have officially gotten the SRT4 all torn down. Cleaned out for the most part. But everything is apart. Got all the wiring up on top. But I just did a quick wipe down of the interior. I'll probably blow it out, sweep it out real quick, and then mask up the jams before I start sanding to try to keep all the interior nice and clean. Obviously, I've got the engine bay still to do as far as tear down. I got to get all this out of here. Even the struts, the subframe, all that stuff's got to come out of there again. So I got that left to do. But as far as the body goes, it's pretty much ready to get prepped and sanded. Only thing I have left to do are the two rear doors. Everything else I have taken to work already, and I've gotten it prepped. Anything that needed to be repaired and fixed has gotten fixed and primered and sanded again, and everything is ready for that first coat of sealer, cleaned up sealer, paint clear. It's just these parts, and obviously the shell of the car is left. So this door's got a little bit of damage on it, not too much, but it does need some love. Everything I've pretty much hand blocked everything. I started with 220 and pretty much took off almost all the clear coat back down to the paint again, because there was a lot of clear coat on this. So everything is pretty straight, like the doors and the bumper and all that stuff, and the rear bumper. But the car's already pretty straight. Like it's really straight just because how much time and effort I put into it before. So reblocking it is making it even better. It's like flattening all this out, because I never really fully wet sanded and buffed this car. I just kind of nibbed it with the big chunks of dirt that were in it. So I never fully panel to panel wet sanded, blocked it, and buffed it out. So it's pretty straight without doing any of that. So with me blocking it with 220 and then finishing off with 320, it's stupid straight. Some of the doors that I've already got done are like, you look down them and they're pretty much perfect. I mean, I don't want to say perfect to jinx myself, but not trying to get them perfect. I just want something really nice again. The panels to be as straight as possible that I can get them without doing any kind of major modifications or body work to it. But since I took the time before and prepped this car before I painted it this green, it has saved me a ton of time and just, work of prepping and things like that, because it's already really straight. So thankful for that, but it is still a lot of work, especially the inside of the doors. All that stuff gets fully sanded, fully prepped, all that stuff, and it's got a lot of paint on it, like I said. So it does take some time and effort, but if you do it and do it right, it's worth it in the end. So the only thing I got left, obviously, is the car itself and the two doors. The other doors got damage on it. I'm going to go ahead and take one of these other doors to work with me, get them done, and hopefully within a few weeks here, I'll have everything prepped. I've got all the hinges and everything, because those got painted too. So whatever's on the car is on these hinges. So I'm going to take them and dump them in a bucket of thinner and let them soak. All the nuts and bolts and hinges. I've already got the front sets already pretty much stripped, but this will eat everything up and it'll go back down to bare metal. So that we'll have fresh hinges with fresh paint on it. You don't have to worry about paint buildup on them, because these things move. So when you get paint buildup on them, they start having issues kind of moving, or they chip your paint off or whatever. So you gotta be really careful. So we just want to strip that stuff. Anything that moves or anything that bolts down, like just make sure it's flat, or bare metal. That way it connects and it bolts up fine, or else that bolt's gonna strip that paint if you have too much paint buildup. So you don't want that to happen. So, but yeah, super excited. Just want to give you guys a little update here. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty quickly ready for paint. I'm trying not to paint it really quick because it is winter time. We just got our first snowfall last night, so trying not to paint it during the winter. I mean, obviously I can because I've got a heater and stuff, but I would really like to wait until like closer to springtime, just because it's when I get done painting it, I can roll it outside and the sun can bake it or whatever, because I don't have a bake booth in here. It's just my heater. So in the wintertime, yeah, it's gonna sit anyways, but I'd rather just have that. I'm not really in a rush anyways. I can't drive it in the winter, so as long as I can get it painted, springtime, let it sit for a few weeks, wet sand and buff it and build it. I'm okay with that because I'm not in a rush to get this thing done anyways. I've got a lot of extra work on this to do, but my thinking is get this all prepped, get it all ready for paint, clean it up, maybe throw a bag over it, and kind of get it off somewhere on the corner side of the shop, and then jump back on the Civic, get it ready, as far as like as close to paint as I possibly can before springtime. And then when springtime kind of rolls around, it starts getting warm out, I can jump back on this and I can paint this. This is going to cost me roughly about $3,000 just in liquid paint, just to paint this thing. So it's all getting House of Color. It's all going to get top products. Nothing too crazy. I don't think I want to candy it or anything like that. Just base coat. But it is going to be really expensive. So I really don't want to spend that right now on this with Christmas coming up. But it gives me time to get this thing ready for paint and then getting this thing as close as I can afterwards. So that's my thinking, but I just want to give you guys an update, and I'll see you guys on the next one.